Welcome back. All right, I did a baseball video, so if you want to go over to the Entertainment Guy and check that out. Anyways, let's talk about some hockey news for today. It is quiet, of course, because it's that time of year, although yesterday we saw how quickly things can get kind of noisy with the Carlson trade. But today, Alex Stalock has become a member of the Anaheim Ducks. He signs a one-year deal reportedly worth $800,000. That's preliminary reports. Through Cap Friendly, that's what they've got it listed as. We'll see if that's what the amount is. They're usually pretty good about being accurate on that. And I looked it up. There's been no movement with Zegras. Zegras wants to come in. He wants to play with his teammates. He's missing California, but there hasn't been any movement on a contract at this point. I don't know when, as a Ducks fan, you start to really worry. I will say this. We have seen in previous years restricted free agents hold out for a while. It's not necessarily the end of the world. The Ducks not a team that's expected to be in the hunt for a playoff spot, so I don't know how long this is going to go with Zegras. I think with Terry's amount being known, it should be a baseline for how much you're going to give Zegras, but at this point, it doesn't look like there's been any movement. And I'm talking about a video, so usually that means that there'll be some movement. Tom Wilson, in an interview, stating that he feels ready, he's excited about this coming season, and he feels healthy. Tom Wilson missed a lot of games this past season. And so him being healthy and being able to play, I would say a minimum of 75 games would be key for Washington if they want to rebound and get back into the playoffs. And even then, it could be a tough task for them in what should be a stacked Eastern Conference, right? There are some teams getting better. Washington finishing below the playoff line this past year. So it's going to be a tough haul, but they absolutely have to have Wilson healthy. The other thing you're looking for, too, if you're the Caps, is a bounce back season from Nick Backstrom. So NHL.com is projecting that Connor Bedard will produce 78 points this season. So if you're asking me the over-under, I'd probably take the over on that just by a little. I don't really get into all the fantasy hockey side of things so much, but I will probably be doing some of that when it comes to the season previews, which start once I get back. So people, once I'm on my holiday, are going to be like, get back so you can start the season previews. Interestingly enough, I will say this with season previews, they don't perform nearly as well as I usually expect. That's usually when I'll do the custom thumbnails, and I'm excited for what they're going to do and for what those videos might do, and they're generally not that popular. So I feel like delaying it to closer to the season probably will help a little bit, but I've also adjusted my expectations, as some may have to do with what their projections are for players this coming season. Also, for people who are interested to watch the memorial for Rocky Wirtz, that will be on Wednesday. It'll be on NBC Sports Chicago, or you can watch it via the Chicago Blackhawks YouTube channel. That will be interesting. See who comes out and who speaks at that. And of course, again, my condolences towards his family and friends. And on the lighter side of things, I was kind of waiting to see where Yvonne Yvonne would end up. And apparently, he's going to be a member of the Colorado Eagles. The Eagles have signed him to a contract. Now, this is an interesting thing. We've started seeing over the last couple of weeks the AHL franchises signing guys to contracts. So you sign the AHL contract. If you play well at the AHL level, you're going to get attention from the NHL team, and you can parlay an AHL season into being signed by the NHL parent club. So Yvonne Yvonne may be on his way to being an AV, but with that name, I really want to see him in the National Hockey League. And of course, I have to get my wife an Yvonne Yvonne jersey. So then it's Yvonne's Yvonne Yvonne jersey, and then I can wear the jersey for jersey, and it works. But anyways, there you go. And I hope that if he does make it to the NHL, they put his first and last name on the jersey, because I think that would look awesome. But anyways, for anybody wondering about the UFA market and who's left over, Tatar is still out there, and I'm not sure how Thomas Tatar is still out there, but with how many teams are at or over the cap, he's going to have to sign for probably a lot less than he might have expected, unless a team like Anaheim jumps in. Anaheim still has the most cap space, although as I mentioned, Zegras isn't signed, so that could change. Phil Kessel's still out there. Zach Parise, who may very well end up going back to the Islanders if he doesn't opt to retire. Eric Stahl may very well retire as well. Martin Jones, Yarrow Halak, who has stated he's going to play next year and he's looking for a home. Nick Ritchie, I'm kind of surprised Ritchie hasn't got anything yet, but we'll see some of these guys get professional tryouts, trying to get contracts, including maybe P.S. Suter, right? Also, Caleb Jones, Ethan Bear, and Nick Holden. And obviously in green, I've got two names there because we're not sure of the status for Jonathan Taves. He's still deciding whether or not he's going to retire, whether or not he's going to continue playing. And Kane has already said he won't sign until he feels healthy, and that likely won't be until much, much closer to the start of the season, or maybe just shortly after the start of the season. So there's a lot still yet left to be decided, although these are all players on the older side, and so with teams with cap issues. Some of these guys might have signed if not for cap issues, but there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.